Last week I had the pleasure of sitting down with the champagne dame herself, aka Kyla Kirkpatrick, one of Australia's most impressive and influential female entrepreneurs. Welcome to Tuesdays Live.
Thank you for having me. It's nice to be with you. I always had that entrepreneurial nature about me. You know, even as a little girl, I would always be finding a way of making a buck. Of course, I went to university and started my career in banking and finance, but I had a lot of other interests, you know, growing up. I loved theology. I had a particular fascination with religion for a long period of time. I fell in love with the story of champagne, and that story of champagne connects me to religion. It connects me to royalty. It connects me to archaeology and to history and to geology and Roman empires and so much more. And that is possibly one of the most fulfilling aspects of my job. I'm not just connected to the greatest wine on the planet, I'm connected to some of the greatest stories on the planet.
Such a tapestry of, obviously, it's not just, I like drinking champagne, so therefore I'm going to go to France and drink champagne.
And Serena, the drinking champagne is, I always say, a nice byproduct of my job. You know, I've always got a bottle of champagne open. I drink history out of the glass. I don't drink the wine. So whatever way it works for you, it's really important to find your passion in life.
Do you think that's integral in being successful, is having the passion?
Yes, because what makes someone successful is consistency and persistence.
A, being an entrepreneur, B, being a female entrepreneur, and also having a family, having to juggle everything. And I think not having the fear of failure is probably what drives most of us just to keep going.
And it scared me, but I don't, it's not something that I live by every day. I think I'm confident enough.
So you've taken the crisis, you've turned it around, challenged yourself, and now created, as you said, the licensee for your global brand.
Where I curate these incredible experiences. We stay in a chateau. We do black tie dinners with the who's who of champagne every night. We drink champagne that is not available to the rest of the world. We are followed around by a fleet of private chefs. I mean, it really is a blow your mind experience. And the tours were born. Now we sell out every year. We now do 4 tours back to back each year. So we take 48 guests per annum. On a tour.
The perfect segue over to the Emperor Champagne. So your online retail store and champagne club. So when did you set that up?
And I thought, hang on a minute, you can't find the champagne that I'm presenting to my customers. And once you try these champagnes, it'll blow your mind. And they're not as expensive as what you think. You know, some of the really good champagne is not as expensive as some of the big brands. And we have over 350 champagnes by the bottle. We do a lot of classes. We've got our champagne truck. We're always at festivals and events.
Your style, how would you describe your aesthetic for interiors then?
I can see that.
Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah, beautiful. So you've done that in a matte or a satin?
It's a matte. A matte charcoal, French paneling, upper and lower levels. Every room is different. I'm not afraid of colour, and I get really upset with people that are white on white on white.
Are you intimidated by successful women, and do they feel emasculated generally? Do you have to find a very secure partner who can run with you and not feel like he's in competition with you?
Yes, and yes, you nailed it, basically.
Yeah, so I was going to say whether or not you had any reservations about going into it, because obviously it's a bit of a double-edged sword, that one. And you can go into it and you can say one word that's wrong and it'll be edited and that'll be you.
Yeah, there were a lot of parts of me that said, oh God.
Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Cheers. It was a beautiful chat.
Pleasure.
Very inspirational.
Thanks for having me.